Hi, good evening. This is Nitin. Hi, Arne.
Hello,
Welcome.
Nitin.
Welcome, Yen. Arne and Yen is there from SIOEN, and it is pleasure to be here greeting them. Welcome to India, first and foremost. And thank you very much for gracing this occasion.
It's an honor.
New
It's an
office.
honor. It's a real
That is
honor.
what it is. Arne, I just want to understand. We have been associated with SIOEN and Lucky Tech Membranes Private Limited last 20 years almost. What do you see as a partner? I will not say as a customer now. I would rather place ourselves as a partner with SIOEN. How do you place it out yourself, staying around, or the journey with Lucky?
Okay, good. Of course, I've only seen a small part of the journey with Lucky. Jan has seen lots longer history. But for the past 3 years, since I've been joining SIOEN, I would say Lucky is within our portfolio of partners. I would say a real example. Not only in terms of professional behavior, but also in the way we work together. Meanwhile, in the last 3 years, we have seen it growing really tremendously, which is good for both of us, of course. And what is for me really, I would say, a specific point in the partnership between Lucky and SIOEN is from our side, and of course, is really the confidence we have in Lucky. If you see all this here, and also the new factory and the equipment and the quality of the products, that really gives us a confidence that the end product for the customers would be top notch, and that is for us, really something extremely important.
Right.
Of course, with Lucky, we see that it happens there.
Great. So I would rather say it out, the frequency matches and the business goes on. That is what I would say. Great. How do you, current scenario, there are a lot of Chinese products which have been penetrating into Indian market. How do you see European being competitive with them, or how are you placing your product? Or any advice what you can share us saying around that we have been placing this way, or any changes which is happening around with SIOEN?
Of course, the Chinese imports, not only in India, but across the globe, is a real, I would say, new element, but it's more and more increasing. You have a lot of coaters there. But on the other hand, I think the way we are actually differentiating from those players is that we can also add R&D, we can also add, let's say, innovation, we can also add technology. You know that as well, if there is a certain issue or problem, okay, we have whole R&D teams there who can support. So we have to, let's say, compete on the technology, on innovation, because on price, of course, there, we are in it's another ball game. That works. I mean, then we can also go together to the end customer to see, okay, are the designs not correct? Do we have to adjust the product? So we customize according to the needs of the customer in order to compete.
Great. How do SIOEN sees India's growth in next 10 years?
Well, if we can extrapolate the growth we have seen with Lucky from the past years, I don't know how large the number is, but it will be a huge number, of course.
Obviously, as a channel partner or principals as SIOEN is based out in Belgium, you would be having some thought processes how you place it out your product in the market, Indian market. So what do you see? Any piece of advice for the Indian customers or Indian channel partners as Lucky, that this is what your plans are going further? If you can just highlight it out.
I would say there the main advice would be work together with a trusted partner here locally and work also with qualitative products.
Yes.
So the combination of the two, make sure that you have a product which will last for a very long time. Price is one thing, but in the end, you need to have a qualitative
Quality matters a lot.
I would say they're good partners here locally with qualitative products from wherever in the world, and that will be the perfect combination.
That's a good piece of advice. I would say that quality matters a lot, and that is what also is the first and important aspect for Lucky also. Wherever we go to a market, for any customer or the player, this is the first important thing. Service and quality matters a lot.
In that way, that we have very similar values and a way to approach customers or whatever, or even suppliers. That's spot on.
I just want to say, because any new plans or any additional things which is SIOEN is evolving or getting into, any new plans for the Indian markets or anything as such?
For the Indian market as such, we don't have, let's say, really huge new things. I think we further elaborate on, let's say, the current product ranges we have. Apart from, Jan, if you have any new rabbits in the head?
For sure, I spoke to him about the army, also potential market, the glamping.
Glamping.
For the glamping?
So this is what it is. So we as Lucky Tech, representing Lucky Tech over here, we represent our brand SIOEN across India. The customers are happy. They have queries, doubts or whatever. The approach is service first. Let us meet up, we'll clear it out and then we approach them. And that is what is the key factor for us. Any technical things, what you would like to add on to the customers? Maybe the R&D team can help us or something or the other. That will help us. If you can just give those values to the customers. So that will be a helping hand.
Actually, very well. I mean, I think a perfect example is now we have the partner with EcoMembran. I mean, the first question people have is, can we sit together with SIOEN's R&D team to discuss certain issues, because that makes that in the end all parties involved speak the same language, work on the same problems.
Right.
And that's what we can add to the Lucky team.
That's great. Thank you for giving advice and thank you for being here, a part of these things.
Thank you.
And
we will send you an invoice for the advice.
Thank you. What it is. Great. Thank you.
No, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.